Watch.
She can.
I can't fathom not believing in omens because I know the depiction of science being able to make truth, to know that sex can only be so good when you can fathom its use. To understand that enough wine will make anybody feel so wine has into their ability to say, why me? How could you have the audacity to love me so? Sweet. To think about the process of being able to say that I forgot Kenneth's word to end again real quick. Clothes. Free me. From the covering of my own essence to the point that I can be naked and not afraid. To be able to lay my burdens down and be able to be played with, not taunted or teased or even pleased in the sense of something so simple, but even more so. Being able to appreciate the process of being able to make love to the point of being able to make eye contact. And not be worried about how many times my skin will shed, how many times I'll have to be fed because I have given myself so much to the point that sex has left me empty. So much to the point that love has made me aloof, because social can only work when you're social enough to be able to get in work, to be able to put in the work to realize that your social circle was enough to make you think about the clothes you had on your back and the excess in your background because your closet was full of those skeletons that you didn't even know what to do with. Sometimes you think about having to get to the point of realizing that I might not have a joint because I can't smoke anymore, but sometimes that's necessary because we can't misuse something so beautiful like sex. The intimate parlay of parlaying with somebody intertwined with your legs and your heartstrings to the point that it be this melodic note that takes place if you can't even make sense of that. Why would you bother wasting anyone's time? If you don't have the maturity level or the skill set to be able to unlock your mind and be free in the moment of a dance, whether it's parallel or hyperbole, the process of being able to say that you never had to leave your seat to climax. It's a beautiful process. When you are able to poetically make sex sound as beautiful as the gift of love, even more so the process of being able to hug a glass of wine, no longer ask why me, but why not you? How could you not allow yourself to receive something so beautiful? To understand the ability for us to just release something so tough like the frustration of our days without having to release this frustration in our tongue. We battle against principalities, not flesh and blood, but sometimes we and our heartstrings, we come into this play of not realizing what happens when we have a musician who can orchestrate something so beautiful, but he's restrained. Because society has said that his lifestyle or his process of thought is weird. And isn't it beautiful how you can still have your fears released, your inhibitions are no longer contaminated, and sometimes you just find yourself just so combined to where you have to succumb to holding back and locking your eyes to your own life because you can't fathom the truth of your own experience, or even more so your own existence, because your purpose have been purposely purposed to have your own purpose released. Because how can we possibly continue to breathe in vain? How can we not allow our lives to be constrained to the point that we can no longer be contained because there was something so amazing about being able to say, tonight? How can we not question the process of someone trying to detect us to be a problem, a hindrance of someone's progression, but even more so, how could you not accuse anybody else of being the antagonist to your blues and not think about what happens when the tears start to fall? There's no weakness in the process of being emotional, but people who lack that mind frame find themselves being fucked too easy. Fucking themselves out of the contamination of being able to be loved freely, and that is a catastrophe. Because when you question why me, you have now eliminated the opportunity to receive. What a sad question you could ever ask, because there's so much depth in those two words. And the lack of satisfaction because we don't find ourselves able to be happy because that emotion is so absent. We all smile and cringe at the laugh of a child because we can remember the cognitive state of us being able to relate. Even more so, the subtle tyranny of our cynicism has come to overlay because our smile has gone dim just like our eyes did because the light now casts asunder as a useless tool because we still can't see the point. And it's devastation that comes across that because we allow ourselves to hit another joint because we won't allow ourselves to feel sober. We refuse to allow ourselves to go through life without hindering ourselves from being able to feel it. Claiming that being numb would be enough to make us get through it, but can you think about the last time you were so numb you couldn't feel love? and how you would beg to crawl from under that rock just to get back to a place of being able to hurt, because then you would know it was working.